2025 gave us some absolute bangers, To Be Hero X, My Hero Academia's emotional final season, and so many unforgettable hits. But where there is greatness, there is also the other side. In this year, anime fans had to endure some truly baffling production choices, shaky writing, bizarre premises, and straight-up insulting adaptations. These shows didn't just miss the mark, they detonated the target entirely. So today, we're counting down the 10 worst anime of 2025, ranked by poor animation, weak storytelling, disappointing adaptation quality, uncomfortable themes, and overall, why did this get approved? Energy. Let's dive into the darkness. Number 10, The Water Magician. What was supposed to be a fresh spin on the isekai formula quickly dissolved into one of the year's biggest letdowns. The Water Magician introduced us to Ryu and Abel, two bros destined to travel a gorgeous fantasy world filled with potential. But the anime completely fumbled its own premise. Despite solid visuals in a vibrant world, the main character barely appears, plot threads are abandoned instantly, and the whole show feels like a bait and switch. All the hype, all the promise, all wasted. It's a perfect example of great trailer, terrible show. Number 9, Reborn as a Vending Machine, I Now Wander the Dungeon Season 2. Season 1 was weird, but at least it was fun weird. Season 2, just weird. This follow-up tries to raise the stakes with stronger enemies and new allies, but instead it recycles every generic isekai trope imaginable while losing the quirky charm that made the original stand out. The jokes fall flat, the pacing drags, and the vending machine gimmick feels like it's running out of batteries. Fans didn't ask for gourmet writing, but this sequel doesn't even deliver snack machine quality storytelling. Number 8, Tugan Onki. Tugan Onki had real potential, cool lore, a rising manga, hype behind the adaptation. But what we got, a painfully cliché action series stuffed with familiar tropes we've seen 1,000 times. Shiki discovering his Oni blood should have been a dynamic turning point, yet the show buries its exciting premise under shaky CGI battles, predictable character arcs, and painfully slow pacing. It isn't unwatchable, but it's heartbreaking knowing this could have been the next big dark fantasy hit. Number 7, Farmaja. Hiro Mishima's involvement had fans buzzing, but sadly, he only handled the character designs. Farmaja's world of growing monsters from seeds is genuinely interesting, but the anime never capitalizes on it. The story loses direction almost immediately, the animation feels rushed, and emotional beats fall flat. What remains is a bland, uninspired adaptation that's fine, at best and painfully boring at worst. Ironically, the video game version offers more depth, more action, and more energy than the anime ever manages. Number 6, Please Put Them On, Takamine-san. This anime didn't just cross the line, it sprinted past it. Centered around a student council president who can correct mistakes by removing her underwear, this show dives headfirst into uncomfortable territory. While some eki shows at least try to balance humor and fanservice, Takamine-san embraces pure shock value. The writing is thin, the humor is forced, and the entire premise feels designed to push boundaries rather than tell a story. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were embarrassed this exists under the same medium as their favorite anime. Number 5, Yandere Dark Elf, She Chased Me All the Way from Another World. Yes, that's the real title. And no, the anime isn't any better. This series attempts to blend isekai with yandere romance, but ends up delivering neither compelling tension nor enjoyable comedy. The dark elf wife following Hinata back to Earth could have made for chaotic fun, but instead the story crawls along with cheap animation, repetitive jokes, and zero emotional payoff. It's not thrilling, not funny, not romantic, just another disposable isekai drowning in its own gimmick. Number 4, Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 4. Some franchises keep going long after they should have ended. Rent-A-Girlfriend is Exhibit A. Kazuya's relationship drama reaches new heights of frustration as the writing grows more nonsensical, the characters regress, and every emotional moment is undercut by bad decision-making. Fans call it so bad it's good, but Season 4 tests even that argument. The plot spins in circles, the romance feels more toxic than ever, and viewers are left wondering how a story with so much potential became one of the most infamous modern anime disasters. Number 3, The Shiunji Family Children. This anime looks beautiful, Doga Kobo absolutely delivered on the visuals. But the content, yikes. The show revolves around adopted siblings who suddenly develop romantic feelings once they learn they're not related by blood. The tone is shockingly casual about a premise that many viewers find disturbing, and no amount of comedic framing can save it. Combine that with bland writing and a trope-heavy execution, and you get one of 2025's most uncomfortable viewing experiences. Not a surprise, considering it's by the creator of Rent-A-Girlfriend. Number 2, The Beginning After the End. One of the most anticipated series of 2025, became one of the most disappointing. TBATE had a huge fanbase waiting years for this adaptation, but instead of dynamic battles and emotional storytelling, we got animation that looked like a moving slideshow. Scenes lacked fluidity, expressions barely changed, and fights felt static. Voice actors carried the entire show on their backs, but even that wasn't enough to disguise the production issues. Fans weren't just upset, they were heartbroken. Number 1, One Punch Man Season 3. Was this really the worst anime of the year? Technically, no, but no other anime suffered a fall from glory quite like this. One Punch Man's first season was legendary. Season 2 stumbled. Season 3, a full-on collapse. The Monster Association arc deserved jaw-dropping animation, but instead we got long still frames, missing in-betweens, stiff action shots, and glaring production shortcuts. The story is still great, but the visuals are nowhere near the quality a series like this demands. It's not the worst anime on a technical level, but it is the most tragically disappointing. Which anime do you think was the biggest disappointment of 2025, and did any of these shows make your drop list? Let me know in the comments.